We are almost ready to embrace an institution and go to war with Karkoyunlu for the first time. But I'd like to wait until August so that we can call the Ottomans into the war, so that and that will be around the same time that because that will be around the same time that we lose the modifier to our Diplo rep. And oh, would you look at that? Nepal actually trained some troops. Let's activate the forts. Again. And am I ready to embrace? Central Dub is good. So is Kangra. Show me the map first. '56. Yeah, I think anything else is going to take a long time to originate from there. Let's take it. We have now embraced colonialism, and I want to see something. That's not what I wanted to see. Nope, okay. We can already almost take Admin Tech 8 as well. And now we're caught up on military tech as well. That's great, because my next idea is going to be military. What is this? We have upgrades to cavalry and also to our artillery. Alright. In July, starting in July, time to move our armies to where I need them to go. Those guys should be good, I think, right where they are. We have our forts near Karkoyunlu active, so hopefully they won't be able to just rush through. Let's continue to explore. The Ottomans, your faithful allies, requesting you come to their aid in the Ottoman conquest of Halab against the Mamluks. Damn. So, I guess that's going to have to be put off for a little bit. Bengalese Nepal War of Honor. I'm actually going to help the Mamluk or the Ottomans in this war. Wait, who's Aragon? Aragon is allied with the Ottomans. And there was no Iberian wedding in this game so far. Alright. I might still declare war on Karkoyunlu in August. Takia, for centuries, many of the followers of Ali have considered it a necessity to hide themselves and feign adherence to other religious customs in order to keep their faith alive. Authorities in Shiraz have increasingly come to suspect there is an increasing number of Shias among the local Sufi lodges and would like our blessing in their attempts to root them out. We cannot tolerate heretics, move towards legalism, or we must respect the Sunni lodge or Sufi lodges. And we will do that. I'm fine with it. Khalil Kuli, one of our advisors, has published the crowning achievement of his literary career, The Spirit of Laws. This monumental work has been celebrated for 3 of its numerous theories: the classification of governments, the influences on politics, and the most important one, the theory of separation of powers. His efforts will be admired throughout the nation, minus 10% admin costs, and gain 1 stability. Yep, that's the one I'm taking. Sin has entered into a military coalition against us. Okay. That sucks. I might have to deal with a military coalition now. We have quite a few nations who hate us. Transoxiana pretty much hates us, so it's Transoxiana, Jaunpur, Bundelkhand, Malwa, Nagar, Multan, and Sindh. So that's more than enough for a coalition. Which is also scary. Intrigues in Delhi. A Persian official, Alahiyar Jalili's rise to a high office has angered many of those closest to the Babur IV. Asad Malik Hast Kamaluddin, a member of one of the oldest Hindu families in our country, has approached our monarch demanding that we relieve Alahiyar Jalili of his position. We must listen to the nobles of the realm. Our administrative advisor leaves our court. No. The Hindu treasurer joins my court. Loses legitimacy. I'm fine with that. So, do we have military access through Karkoyuna? We do. Okay, because a war has started, it is not possible to start a new war within the first month of having started a previous one. So we have to wait on that. What are the people in a possible coalition against me? So, Transoxiana, Jaunpur, Bundelkhand, Malwa. I mean, I have to think that I have to feel like I can take them if I need to. But alright, annexed subjects is worn off. Profiteering in Kujan. The citizens of Kujan have grown tired of the local influence of greedy Transoxiana merchants. They claim are using unfair advantages to outcompete local businesses. We must protect our trade. And Kujan... Okay, Transoxiana likes us less, which is not very easy to do. Where's Kujan? Right there. You know what? We'll take the local trade power. It's not much, but I really don't want to get unrest right now. Kind of curious as to what some of these allies the Ottomans were thinking. I mean, Aragon and the Ottomans are allies, and Genoa? Genoa is allies with the Ottomans? Or how did they get pulled into this? Genoa is a vassal of Crimea. Crimea is allied to the Ottomans. Circassia and Genoa are... Okay. So, Genoa... If Genoa is annexed by Crimea, like, just completely annexed, except both of their liberty desires are 100%. So it's not likely we'll see either of them in a war here. Oh, here comes the Mamluk army. I'm guessing going to try to come into our provinces. They have 2,000 cannon. We should be able to intercept them. Right? I don't know. Declare the war on Karakoyunlu. Wait, Miklaf is... Which one? Down here. I will take... Yeah, I'll take Tabriz. Jaunpur has entered into a military coalition against me. The good news is that if any of them attack me, they have to deal with Bengal and Baumanis, both, provided that they both come to my defense. And I have no reason to believe they wouldn't. Transoxiana is a tributary state of Nogai. And they have a truce with me, I would imagine. And for 11 years. Got Karakoyunlu troops coming in. This province, should I renew war taxes? Yes, I think so. And I can take level 9 admin tech. The Ulema are disloyal. I don't really want to give them a generous donation. Okay. Oh, please go and get in there, Ottomans. While my guys are going to move and try to kick Karakoyunlu off of my land. The Ottomans have won that battle, dealing what looks like a significant amount of damage to the troops. Alright, they're going to run. They have to go around this Lake Urmia here to get anywhere. Let's do it. Let's try to take Elam. That's highlands, that's mountains. That's something I might have to worry about. Occupied something. I'm gonna head up to actually, I'll head up to Yasuj, I think. to be in defensive terrain. Nagar has entered into a military coalition against me. It's the Ottoman conquest of Halab. Okay, it's that one. What is Kara's military tech? Is 9. Time to activate the fort and bomb. Actually, activate all forts. Okay, they decided to turn around or not. They can't decide what they're doing. Let's hire a general. He sucks. Like, really bad. I mean, he could be worse, but... Need 30 to fabricate another claim on Oman. Ottomans have a 3-star general, a 544. Okay, so Karakoyunlu's occupied something. We're going to try to stick over here for now and just reoccupy anything that they occupy. Maybe try to pick off that army. We have rebel uprisings in Transoxiana possible. Kiva and Merv. I'll raise autonomy just to stop it. Where's Kiva? Right there. And what was the other one? Tashkent. Yeah. And just like that, we've stopped a rebellion. Looks like Karakoyun is going to come try to save their ally. And when they get here, I'm going to run. We can fabricate another claim on Oman. 6 of 13. We can't fabricate there. Take the 7, I guess. And I'd like to recall the diplomat from there. I need to consider building a fort like right here in either Yasuj or in Kazaran. Because it seems like every time I get troops coming from the west, I am in trouble down there. Anyway. Diplomacy, and I'll put that guy on my subjects. Increasing my subjects' opinion of me. It's still really high, so... Malacca has a coalition growing against it. Let's go down and deal with the bitless armies if we can. Okay, Karakoyun is taking back some of the stuff we occupied. Which is fine. Miklaf is over in Hassa. which sucks. Lack of demand for jewelry. Nishapur has long lived off the locally produced jewelry, but lately they have been forced to sell their products at reduced prices. If this is due to the temporary whims of fashion or a more permanent change is hard to say, but it is clear that local trade is suffering. For 10 years, local goods produced minus 0.25. We've won the Siege of Tabriz, which is the capital and war goal. So I think we need to go after one of their armies. Or all of their armies. Alright, might be staring down the... Okay, we won that. I'm actually going to swing around up here. We won the Siege of Elam. Where are they going? Avaz. And we'll get a good old pincer attack in. Hopefully. Delhi's converted. I'm going to keep the Sikh province because it's pretty unique. There's only, I think, 2 Sikh provinces that exist right now. What's that? That's Hindu. What country is that? Baglana. And Gondwana is the other one. But there are only 2 Sikh provinces in the game, and I don't know. I'll leave them be. I'm not actually converting them for any reason that other than the bonus of the Reformation mission. They're actually going to attack into the mountains. They're crazy. We're going to go help them. They're going to shot. Or shat, I don't know which. We'll arrive, we'll get there just after they do. And we'll get there to Avaz just after they leave. And then I will head them off there. Okay. So they decided not to attack my armies in the mountains. But now we've still got their armies kind of trapped. We have tropical wood and yes. So our colony is growing pretty well. And now we'll explore coastlines. The Indian Ocean is open to us. I think East Indian Ocean is probably the way to go. Yeah. That's where we're primarily going to be colonizing, so makes sense. They're afraid. Go to Saraf. So they stopped. We'll catch them in dry lands. And then try to head off this army as well. These guys should actually go and probably start sieging something else down. like Shirvan, which I do want to control. Okay. It's a battle 1. That's a stack way. Let's go try to do other stuff now. A scattering of poison. Expedition was closing in on the Andamans when a barrage of arrows shot from the natives standing on the inviting beach assailed the ship in the hurry to race away from the enemy, who leapt with great whoops towards their canoes. The crew had to abandon some of the men who had been shot and tumbled overboard. When they had laid some sea miles between the Andamans and themselves, they discovered that the whole starboard side of the ship was covered in arrows. The explorer on board the assailed ship was seriously wounded. The arrow that hit him had been poisoned. He lay in fever, sweating and swearing for several days, despite the surgeon's care and the disinfectant made of urine and olive oil. He died some time ago. So those ships will return home. Hopefully, we won't lose any of them. I don't think we take attrition anymore for it. But when they get home, I'll get a new explorer. We'll get them out exploring again. Riches of the Ulema. We can take money from them to. The Ulema have always been the foremost pillars of the Mughal realm, providing not only spiritual guidance but also administrators, judges, and diplomats for the benefit of our Pradesha. In return for these great services, many lands have been set aside as religious properties, exempt from most of our taxes. This way, the Ulema and many fine projects they support can be provided for. Times grow dire, however, and the state has to cover an increasing number of expenses. Suggestions that perhaps the Ulema might make a voluntary contribution have not been favorably received. I can take money from them and they lose more loyalty and lose influence, or we will find money elsewhere and gain some prestige. I'm going to take this one. There's no way I wouldn't. I gain mysticism too, which is something I want right now. The poor of Herat. As cities grow, the old amenities and walls. Okay, we've already had this. I can gain development reduction in cost in the development cost reduction in Herat at the cost of tax. I don't plan on developing right now. I can get a second colonist. Can I colonize anywhere else right now? Possible colonies. The Andamans. That was where our explorer died. Where are the ships right now? Oh, okay, they went there. Oh, I need 50. Okay. 50 Diplo points to do that. Okay, let's split this army in half. What are my subjects? What is Hassa doing right now? He's sieging. That's what I want him to do. Like, just send those guys the other way. As long as Okay, so Islamic Center of Scholarly Learning, we can get, we can move towards legalism, which right now we are at -28, but we gain +1 missionary strength until our ruler's death, and -5% technology cost. I'll take it. Oh, like, we don't have an heir yet. So, I don't know. It's been a while since we disinherited our previous heir, and we don't have a new one yet. Anyway, the war with Karkoyunlu seems to be pretty much one-sided. I think it's all over but the crying. So, the Ottomans are doing well in their war too, and once... Give that to the Ottomans. Once the war is over with Karkoyunlu, I will probably turn my attention toward the Mamluks. But, for now, we'll focus on our war.